What's good, homies? What's good? What's good? It's your man King Ray Ray. We're in the joint, man. We're in the joint doing our thing. Kazan Clan, salute. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Appreciate it. Markel, what's good, bro? Let's give the people a few minutes to get in here, man. Had to watch man text my mom. Mom don't never respect when you're on, man. Like she don't respect when you're on at all. MPI, salute, bro. Salute. Appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. We got a pretty good show lined up. Flam, salute, famo. Pretty phenomenal show lined up for the day, man. King Abraham, shalom, brother. Let's prepare ourselves, man. If y'all can hear me well, man, put a one in the chat. If y'all can hear me well, put a one in the chat, man. Let's do a little switcheroo here right quick, man. For those who are wondering, yes, I use a green screen. Everyone knows this. So if you see an unfamiliar background on the green screen, then yes, I use a green screen. You know, people are coming and say, "Bill, what are you faking?" This is a green screen. This is a green screen. This is a green screen. Actually, I think I kind of like that one. I think I do. This is a green screen. This is a green screen. This is a green screen. These fireworks, that's a picture I took, but it's a green screen. This is a picture I took. Green screen background. This is a green screen. Of course, you know this is a green screen. And, the ice is a green screen. All of these are green screens. This, the Milky Way, green screen. The chapel, green screen. The brick wall, green screen. The two bras, green screen. The one bra, green screen. Got a few more images I'm going to try out, man. But for right now, these are the ones. So, appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Let's give the people just a few more minutes. Charles D. Curry, salute. Appreciate the dime, brother. The Swerve the Wizard, back in the building with us, man. Salute to you, man. That brother there is a phenomenal supporter of both platforms, man. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. Mike, what's good, brother? Spiritual Alpha in the building. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you brothers being in, man. Let's give the people just, man, maybe another minute, and I will go ahead and get into this thing, man. I try not to hold it too long before we go on the King Ray Ray channel, because we about business over here. No frills, no fun, no fluff. We about business over here, man. So I appreciate all you guys being in here, man. This channel is very necessary, man, because the BOA channel just isn't built to support this kind of platform, but this channel is built for this. So King Ray Ray is truly the spiritual alter ego of BOA. Yeah, you saw that Flam scat from the other night, man. What's BOA in here, man? This ain't no flex, man. This is convenience. You know what I'm saying? And it gives me an opportunity to play several different backgrounds, man. Which is why I got it. And then I have a portable one, the portable green screen, so I can be anywhere. Because these images just show, as long as you got a green screen, these images show up. So the portable green screen is phenomenal, man. I got a few more phenomenal pictures I've taken, man, that I might try to use. This one, green screen. I actually think that one is kind of phenomenal myself. The only problem is the blue on the edges. Like if I put my sleeve up by the water, you can see like the water through the sleeve. All right, homies, let's get ready to do this, man. Let me go back to the real screen, man. All right, let's go with the tunnel. We're going to use the tunnel because we're talking about tunnel vision today. So, you know, they always say you're your worst critic. And I agree, we are mostly our own worst critic. We're hard on ourselves. No matter what we do, we always tell ourselves, you can do better. We can play an almost perfect game, and then we'll tell ourselves, well, you can improve this or you can improve that. Here's the problem with that. It's an enormous amount of pressure to put on yourself, even when you perform well. That means that you're relying on the accolades of others. Even if you take a look at professional football, they do all of that to get that accolade at the end that's given to them by someone else. So a team that plays hard and loses in the Super Bowl is down in the dumps. Why? Because they needed the validation of that trophy. They didn't enjoy the journey because they needed that validation at the end. The journey is not fun when you put all of your eggs and all of your dedication and focus into the accolades at the end, especially if those accolades are concocted and created and also given their value by someone else. So let's cover a couple of elephants in the room. Underachieving is all it is when you don't go out and give your best effort. We're humans. We're all going to have days where we underachieve. Now, we may have that one thing we never underachieve in. Let's say somebody who lives a bodybuilder lifestyle. They never miss workouts. Why? That's the one thing they don't underachieve in, but they underachieve in other things. May not be the best parent, may not be the best son, may not be the best man or woman to their mate, may not be the best, the best businessman. There's something you don't give your best effort in. But here's the thing, the burden of underachieving is already enough because there are consequences. And so what that burden of underachieving must be tempered and countered with motivation, not ridicule. You can never ridicule yourself. Never. You can never ridicule yourself. Why would you ridicule yourself? Why would you play the dozens? If you're playing the dozen with someone and they say, man, your mama such and such, you say, you doggone right, boy, my mama sure is. You ain't gonna never do that. So why would you ridicule yourself every day when you're the one that's got to keep the motivation to keep going on the mission that you're on? You ridiculing yourself is not going to benefit that. Another elephant. Discipline is not being hard on yourself. Being hard on yourself is different from discipline. Being hard on yourself is torture. Discipline is having a plan and sticking to it. When you're hard on yourself, you're disregarding the plan, you're disregarding the human side of yourself, and you're saying that, hey, you dropped the ball, you got to blah, 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 hey man, all you got to do is tell yourself, brother, you got the plan right over there. Stick to the plan. Look at the result when you don't stick to the plan. Your goal is not to ridicule yourself. Your goal is not to be hard on yourself. Your goal is to motivate yourself to focus back on the plan, whatever the plan is. If you're trying to get fit and you're falling off the bandwagon, which I have over the past couple of weeks, but I had a reason, not an excuse, a real reason. I just, I didn't want to be on the bandwagon for 2 weeks. I had something else that was, that led me another way that was a little bit more important. So here's what I want you men to understand. When you don't perform optimally, you already suffer consequences. You already suffer consequences. If you're in a game and you don't perform optimally, you lose. No one wants to lose. If you're in a business and you don't perform optimally, you lose money. No one wants to lose money. If you're in a relationship and you don't perform optimally, you lose that relationship. No one wants to be the reason that a relationship doesn't work. We all want to be able to point the finger at the other person and say, well, I did everything I could. I gave my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Because here we are back where we were before. We all want to say, I gave my best, and my best was phenomenal, but the other person didn't. We never want to be the reason that something fails. But that's life. You're always going to be the reason. That's how you learn lessons in life. You figure things out by not being able to figure things out. See, you never figure anything out as if everything is successful. But ridiculing yourself and being your own worst critic and being hard on yourself, you have to balance that with being your own biggest supporter. You have to do that. Because let me tell y'all something right now. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care how cold you think you are. I don't care how raw you think you are. I don't care how alpha you think you are. I don't care how much of a player you think you are. I don't care how much of a business mind you think you have. I don't care how good of a coach you think you are. I don't care how good of a pastor you think you are. I don't care how good of a student or teacher you think you are. We all have one thing in common, and this is the limiting factor in all of our lives. Somebody put it in the chat. What's this one limiting factor in all of our lives? Somebody put it in the chat while I knock out this drink that doesn't want to give me a endorsement deal yet, but we'll get it. We will get it. What is that one thing, that one limiting factor that we all have in common? It doesn't matter who you are. You have this limiting factor that affects what you can accomplish. Period. It affects what you can accomplish. It affects what you will accomplish. If you do this thing, you are going to accomplish every single thing you can. And we all have it in common. None of us is oblivious to it. None of us is immune to it. It affects us all. And I ain't talking about life or death. I'm talking about this thing that you implement throughout your life, and it's the limiting factor for all of us. Who we got in the joint now, man? Make sure everybody's still in the joint. Make sure I ain't miss nobody, none of the homies. Salute to everybody that's watching as well, who isn't a member of the channel yet, which you should be. If you're not a member of the King Ray Ray channel, man, you're selling yourself short. These are phenomenal topics to be able to chime in on, man. And you see, the guys don't even need me. They're in the chat and they're going ham and they're spitting game and they're sharing information. And knives are sharpening knives in this chat. So you need to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Don't cost you much. I think on the low level, it's $3.99. Doesn't cost you much. Here's the one thing, homies, that we all have in common. Your best effort is all you can give. When you hear a coach say, leave it all on the field, leave it all on the court, your best effort is all you have. You don't have nothing else. That's why I tell you, man, all the time, give your best effort and live with the result. That's the only result you're going to get. That's the best result you can get. Give your best effort and leave the rest up to God. Whatever happens is the most you're going to get. So you can't be talking about, man, I wish I had won the championship when you got a team that just broke the playoffs in the 8th seed. You only got in because that other team lost. You only won in the first round because the other team quarterback got injured. I'm talking about you have to accept the fact that your best effort is all you can give. You have to know what that effort is. And you have to know that you're giving it at all times. Your best effort is the only thing you can give to assure that you're going to get the very best result that you can. Some of our best efforts in areas will amount to a better success or a higher rate of accomplishment if you want to look at what did we talk about earlier? The accolades from other people. See, if we're in a bodybuilding competition and we trying to place first, and we trying to win Mr. Olympia, yeah, second is good. We still place. Third is good. We still place. Fourth, fifth, sixth is good. We still place. But it's not winning the Olympia. Only one man's going to win the Olympia. Now, does that mean the rest of those men didn't give optimal effort? Of course not. They all give optimal effort, but only one man's going to win. So your optimal effort, you can't even gauge it by what the other man did. Your optimal effort can only be gauged by the effort itself. The effort itself. If you give your best effort, keep it moving. And remember this. We always talk about stay motivated. You got to be motivated. Motivation is not an easy thing to maintain daily throughout your life. I'm just going to be honest with you. Some days you just don't feel like doing it. Some days you just don't want to do it. Some days you just don't give a care. Other days, man, you drink too much. Some days you ate something, it didn't sit right with your stomach. Then you hear something bad in your family. Somebody needs something. Somebody locked up. Somebody passed away. Something happens, man. You got to understand that being motivated every single day and maintaining that throughout your life is tough for everybody. But imagine those who've attained a little bit of success already. Imagine those who've already seen some success. That's why if you keep winning, you have to find something else to motivate you, because winning doesn't motivate you anymore. Winning becomes a normal part of your life. You have to find something else to focus on. Winning that championship doesn't matter when you've won 5 in a row. It matters, but you're like, I already won 5, 6 is going to be, okay, but you ain't got that hunger. So motivation is the equivalent of hunger. How do you keep that hunger? How do you stay hungry when your belly is full? That's the biggest mystery known to mankind. How do you stay motivated to eat when your belly is full? When your belly is full and you got food in the freezer and the refrigerator, how do you motivate yourself to keep from starving? How do you create the energy of a starving man when your belly is full as a lion and you're sleeping like a bear? It's difficult. So you can't be awfully hard on yourself for not being 100%. And let's cover one thing. 100% is the limit of your input. People talk, I gave 110%. No, you didn't. You didn't give you ain't got 110% to give. You got 100% to give. And when you give it that 100%, man, listen, man, I know kids in high school right now, man, with ruptured disc in their backs, man, all kind of things are going on, man, because a coach pushed them too hard in the weight room. Kid 13, 14 years old, man, he got him in that squat, man, 450 pounds. No kid 13, 14-year-old. At 13, you just supposed to be in the start using free weights. Anything younger than that, man, stunts your growth. It's been shown. The physio plates stop growing. So what we have to keep in mind is that 100% is the limit of your input. Striving for more is greed, which leads to torture, then failure. Why do you think they use the torture principle? They use the torture principle because eventually, after torture, your will fails. That's the whole purpose of torture, to make your will fail, to break your will, to kill your strength, to kill your determination, to kill your resistance, to make you fail. So when you give your 100%, man, that's it. That's all you got. See, let me tell y'all something right now. You must exist in the realm of optimal effort, with or without the accolades of others. Your realm of optimal effort has to be dependent and reliant on you. It can't be relying on what other people are going to say, what other people are going to think, how other people are going to give you accolades, how other people are going to do anything. You have to give yourself those accolades. You know, we talk about self-validation all the time. You cannot be living your life worried about the validation of others, because the validation of others is so fleeting, man. Even supporters come and go as they falter and grow. Supporters come and go as they falter and grow. If people who are supporting you grow beyond you, guess what? They don't support you anymore. If people that are supporting you falter down to a lower level, they don't support you anymore. They don't need that. See, if I'm telling you how to get a master's degree and you ain't even got a undergrad degree, you don't need to listen to me tell you how to get a master's degree. You need to go listen to somebody tell you how to navigate the undergrad degree. See what I'm saying? You don't need nobody to tell you how to bulk if you weigh 400 pounds already. You need somebody to tell you how to lose weight, how to cut. You ain't got no business bulking that 400 pounds. You don't need to add no more body fat to your body. But this is the thing that people understand. You can't focus on supporters because they come and go. You can't focus on accolades because they come and go. Sometimes the accolades go to the person who doesn't deserve them. How disappointed are you if you base your life on the accolades of others, and there's an accolade that you know for a fact you deserve, and they give it to somebody else? Can't nobody tell me that LeBron James ain't supposed to have more MVPs than he has. You can't tell me that. You just can't tell me that LeBron isn't supposed to have more MVPs than he has. He was supposed to have back-to-back MVPs in Miami. I'm not talking about championship MVPs. I'm talking about league MVPs. The man's supposed to have at least 5 league MVPs right now, but the accolades go to someone else. I remember back in the 2000s, early 2000s, you got Shaq playing for the Lakers, doing 32 and 15 in the playoffs, balling through the year. Tell me how Steve Nash win 2 back-to-back MVPs on that team he was playing for that could barely make it to the conference finals. Wasn't no threat to ever make it to the championship. How Steve Nash get 2 MVPs back-to-back and Shaq can't even get 2 back-to-back? Sometimes the accolades go to someone else, but you ain't worried about the accolades. You worried about the results of your effort. You worried about the effort. What is your goal? Stick to your goal. Focus on your goal. Don't worry about the accolades. The goal. If your goal is to be the last man standing, be the last man standing. It don't matter about the rewards, the awards that come along the way. Your goal is to be the last man standing. My goal is not to be the biggest content creator ever. Now, my goal is to be the best-selling content creator turned musician, or the best-selling content creator to ever release music. Now, that is a goal of mine. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the one. But my goal is never to be that. I'm motivated because my motivation is to help people. Always remember the reason you started. Always remember the reason you started. And make it maintain that rather. And make it be the reason you continue. Not the money, not the fame, not notoriety, not any of that. The reason must always remain. The moment you lose sight of the reason, you're done. The moment you lose sight of the reason, you're done. Because you're going to forget what to focus on. If you forget what to focus on, you'll focus on everything. And that leads to validation. As the Homer Kazan said, that leads to burnout. That leads to losing everything. How you think so many guys end up, getting money, then they lose it all? Your efforts or lack thereof to stay focused can cause you and other people. And that's just how it is, man. Remember the reason you started and always let that remain is the reason you continue. Because let me tell you something. The reason you can't worry about the validation is because no one can tell you how good you are. No one can tell you how good you are. No one had to tell me how good I am at this. No one can tell me how good BOA is. And like BOA don't want to hear nobody tell him how good he is. BOA know he fine. BOA motivates himself. See, here's the thing. We live in a society that tells you, well, don't say how good you are. Let the other people say it. What kind of backwards let other people validate you nonsense is that? You mean tell me I can't tell myself I'm good based on the results, based on the effort and energy. But if somebody else say I'm good, which is just their damn opinion, I'm supposed to go with that. I'm supposed to put other people's opinion over the facts I know about myself. Oh, I'm the one who know how hard I work. I'm the one who know the long hours I put in. I'm the one who know how tough it is, man, to record and edit 5 pieces of content in one day. I'm the one who knows that. I'm the one who knows how tough it is to put a piece of content up on this channel, 2 pieces of content on BOA channel, live stream over here and live stream over there in one day, combined with the other things that I got. I'm the one who knows that. So I ain't gonna never allow somebody else to give me the validation when I'm the one that see me putting in the work. That's me. I see me putting in the work. I'm the one that know what I'm doing. I'm the one that know how I'm grinding. I'm the one who knows this. I'm the one who sees the effort, energy, the blood, sweat, and tears I put into this thing. Yes, I'm going to look at myself and say, you are doing a phenomenal job, King Ray Ray. And also, your alter ego, Dr. BOA. You two guys, boy, I tell you the truth, if I had two more just like you, I would never have to worry again. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Because if you allow other people to motivate you and give you props and give you accolades for the things you do, man, you're going to be up and down like a roller coaster. Our love goes back and forth and forth, back and forth and forth, back and forth and forth. As we go, we don't want to go back and forth. We want to keep grinding steady and keep our pace so we can succeed at the things that we want to succeed at in this life. That's our goal as men. That's our goal. That's a great point, Harlem World Breaker, man. Same thing. Deontay Wilder. Pride and ego. Other people's accolades. Focusing on other people's accolades as opposed to focusing on the end goal. Focusing on, listen, the end goal was never to be bigger and stronger than Tyson Fury. The end goal was to be quicker and lighter than Tyson Fury. That's why you don't go pack on all that extra up top weight when you know that the man gonna lean on you. All that weight should have been in his legs. They should have bulked that boy legs up. If you're gonna slow down because you're heavier, at least let it be in your legs where you can hold that joke up. Alabama, same day. Alabama lost. Why did Alabama lose? Losing that hunger. You gotta remember to stay hungry. Listen, man, you can't live on the accolades of what you did before. You got to live on the knowledge of the work you're putting in now and the effects that it's going to have on your process of progress. Nothing matters but the work you're putting in right now, man. Let me tell you something, brothers, and I'm going to keep this buck with y'all, man. I've had so many women over the past year, 2, 3, who not just want to be my girl, they want to be my wife. You understand what I'm saying? They want to plant themselves firmly beside the throne of an alpha king. But there was nothing that they could contribute to the process of my progress. So what was going to happen is they were going to be a burden, an anvil, extra weight, dead weight. Me don't want to carry no dead weight, man. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Me don't play that game, man. I don't take that. So I tell them no. Me don't want that. I don't want that at all, man. I don't need that in my life, brothers. Because I'm on a mission. And this mission must be done. It must be done before I leave this earth. So I'm focused on the process. I'm focused on the steps. I'm focused on the plan. Forget the accolades. Yeah, you can say, man, that beautiful woman, man, she want to be with you, man. You got to go. We better keep her, man. Lock her down. I ain't locking nothing down, homie. I ain't locking nothing down. Something just going to come fit in. See, when you lock something down, that means it's trying to get away. If you throw an animal in a cage, you got to lock the cage or the animal going to get out because it don't want to be in the cage. I ain't locking nothing down. I can't do it, man. You got to keep building the life that you're supposed to be building here. Let me tell y'all something else, man. You have to always seek to validate yourself by maintaining and implementing a daily plan. What's one of my favorite mottos? I've been saying this since you guys ever heard me create this platform. Put it on paper. If it's not on paper, it didn't happen and it won't happen. You got to have legal documentation for everything when you go up in the courtroom. You got to have proof that, you know what, when you go to a store, you want a receipt. You did what I'm saying? You want a receipt. You ain't even got to ask. They just give you a receipt for your transaction. That's just what they do. Why? Because you need a paper trail. You need a paper trail for what you've done, and you need a paper trail for what you're gonna do. Plan things out, man. Exist in that state of planning. If you ain't planning the ship, you ain't manning the ship, homie. You got to be in charge. And the only way to be in charge is to know what's happened and what's going to happen before everyone else. If anyone knows what's going to happen before you do, you ain't the boss. You ain't in charge. You're a worker. Now, how you going to be a worker in your own life? Somebody else know more about your life than you know. Somebody else know more about, you see what I'm saying? All these things are impossible. It's impossible for someone to know more about your plan than you know, because before you put them on paper, they're in your brain. And unless somebody read your mind, homie, you got to understand that you're the only one who can truly give you accolades. I remember Eddie Murphy ran about the Oscars because he didn't get an Oscar award for Best Supporting Actor in what that movie with Beyonce and the other girl who sang, the chubby girl who lost weight, Jennifer Hudson, Dreamgirls. He got mad because he didn't get an Oscar in that. Stormed out of the Oscars, looking for the accolades from those people. When they don't give you the accolades, it ruins your life. You can't even get back to work, man. You got to go home, man. You got to sulk and be mad and be angry because somebody else said you ain't good enough for our award. Man, keep your award, man. I don't want no award. Grammys better not ever try to give me no award, boy. I'm going to put on a great display. Right on TV, right on the show. I think I appreciate what this represents, but I remember back when you guys used to give all of the Black Music Awards off air. And so what I'm going to do, here you go, baby. Take that on back with you and give it back to them. What I'm going to tell you is I don't even value this award. It don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing. I'm not going to take it home. I'm not going to give it to my mom. I'm not going to do nothing with it. Matter of fact, as soon as I get outside, I'm going to treat it like a wax CD from an artist. I'm just going to use it as a coaster, man, to fly it out the window. So y'all might well keep it and y'all can maybe, take my name off of it and give it to somebody or do whatever you're going to do with it. Yeah, don't send it to my house, man. I'm going to send it back and put return to Sunday on it. That's what I'm going to do because it don't mean nothing to me. It literally don't mean nothing to me. It's nothing. When you start to understand what it means to get validation from God for your work, when God gives you validation, man cannot validate you. When God gives you accolades, man cannot give you accolades. When God gives you everything you need, when God gives you motivation, man cannot demotivate you. Man, let me tell you something. You got to tie yourself into your spiritual energy so you can live the life that God wants you to live. And those spiritual accolades make these physical accolades seem absolutely preposterous. You understand? It's crazy, man. I don't even understand how anybody could live their life on the validation of others. I can't do it, brothers. I can't do it. I can't imagine it. So here's what you do, man. Always search for the positive motivating factors in a day's work. It don't matter what your work is. Always search for the positive motivating factors in a day's work. Yes, the work may be hard, but so what? Search for the positive motivating factor. Oh, you know what? Man, that was hard today, but if I do it that way, that'll make it easier. Oh, man, that was tough, but you know what? I think if I do that and take that out, man, that'll be easier. That's what I had to do. Y'all see how much content I'm kicking up on the BOA channel? We kicking up some major content over there. Why? How? Because we optimize our system. We optimize our system. People can say what they want to say, but this green screen has greatly optimized my system. You understand? My camera stays where it is, and I can change my background right here in front of this camera. Got the Sony A7C, got the Tamron 28-75, 2.8 on it, phenomenal lens. Got a light right there, a light right there, a light right there, and a big ring light around the camera. You can see it. If you look at my eyes, you can see the lights. There's a light right there, 2 ring lights in my eyes. You can see them. As a matter of fact, if I turn that way, you might be able to see it. Bam, you see another one over there in the corner. So this is just what it takes. These lights are hot. These lights they're real hot. But there's an amazing ceiling fan right over my head. I had to set all this up. Did it cost money? Yeah, it cost money. But I had to find the positive motivating factors in a day's work. So now when I pump out content like this, okay, yeah, it's work, but there's a positive motivating factor in everything. You know what? If I do it this time of day, the lighting will look even better. I don't have to do no adjustments in post. Now, certain time of day, I can record content. I don't even have to edit it in post. I just record it, bam, it's ready to go. I'm thinking about getting a script. You know what a script is? Where, like a movie, where you write your script. I'm thinking about getting a script where it's rolling, it's off camera, beside your camera, rolling down, and you got a script written like a movie. I thought about doing that, but I think for the content I do now, won't be necessary, man. Maybe if I start doing some other type of content. But that's what you do. You have to live your life based on always search for the positive motivating factors in a day's work. Because all you got is a day's work, and then you wake up and you got another day's work. And then you wake up and you got another day's work. All you have to go on is a day's work. What are you getting out of a day's work? Take that and use it for motivation for tomorrow. And the final thing I'll say on this one, man, we ain't gonna make this one too long. The final thing I say on this one is the reason you can't be overcritical or over supportive. You have to balance it, because balance is the key to joy, success, and peace of mind. Balance is all this life is about. Balance. I wasn't born in the hood, but being in the hood all of that time taught me balance. I learned some tough lessons in the hood, but it balanced me. It gave me the proper balance. Now, there are plenty of men who grew up in the hood, born and raised in the hood. All they got is hood. They're going to be hood till the day they die. They're going to be ghetto and they're going to be talking crazy. They're going to be 30, 40, 50 years old, still talking hood nonsense that don't even apply in the world no more. Because the hood logic and hood rhetoric only applies in the hood. Once you're out of that environment, if you don't have no experience outside of that environment, you're going to be the hood guy outside that environment. That's why most people from the hood stay in the hood. If you're born and raised in the hood, you just don't get too far from it because you don't know nothing else. But balance is the key. You see what I'm saying? I can go in a room full of white millionaires in suits, and I can go in a room full of black billionaires with chains and gold teeth, and do both equally well. Not because I'm so great, but because I'm blessed to have that balance. That's all life is about, balance. Like the homie SJ say, best of both worlds. You balance. When I meet a woman, I tell her that. I tell you, you got the best of both worlds. I'm a thug / nerd. I'm an educated thug. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old man trapped in a young man body. I'm all of these things. Everything you could look for, I'm that. I'm everything. Best of both worlds. Enough of this, enough of that. To make one hell of a complete meal. And that's the goal. The goal in life is to make sure your life has that balance, where you got enough of this, enough of that to make a wonderful meal. You're always eating good because you got enough of this and enough of that. It's like a Dorito chip. They put enough sugar and enough salt to get you addicted. That's the whole thing. You put enough sugar and enough salt in your life to get addicted to the process. The process of progress is the addictive part. The progress in the addictive part, the process of progress, the getting up every day, the getting into a routine. Make your success a routine. Make your righteousness a routine. Make your wealth a routine. Make yourself a routine. Make your health a routine. Make your wisdom a routine. Make your understanding a routine. Make your knowledge a routine. Make your everything that you put in your positive box a routine in your life, and build the life you want. 7-8 Juggernaut. Appreciate the dub, bro. It is not in the pursuit of happiness that we find fulfillment. It is in the happiness of pursuit. Fulfillment defined by gratitude to the Most High. Maximum effort and remembering this reason for the purpose. That's it, bro. Salute King Ray 100. Salute to you, bro. Well put, Juggernaut. Well put. So just remember, man, you're already your own worst critic. Now is your job. It's your job to be your biggest supporter as well. You owe yourself that. Who else gonna do it? No one. No one else even cares. And out of all of these things, the number one thing that I will tell you is no one can tell you how good you are unless they truly know. I'm not talking about guess. I'm not talking about figure. I'm talking about know the percentage of effort you give to your life. You're the only one who knows that. God knows, you knows. Everyone else, they only know what you tell them. No matter how well you perform, they don't know if you're giving 100% effort. Only you know, only you and God know that. So all your accolades should come from the two people who know the kind of effort you put forth. And that's you and the Most High. Which is why you put God first and put yourself second. And that is how you know that you are not only your biggest critic, but your biggest supporter as well. SJ3, aka Holland World Breaker, B Flams, Famo. I appreciate y'all brothers being in the joint, man. It's been super real in the field. I appreciate everybody coming through so early in the morning, man. So early in the day. Got a phenomenal piece of content coming up on the BOA channel later. Matter of fact, got 2 pieces of content coming up on the BOA channel. It's going to be phenomenal pieces. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. We will be back again tomorrow on the King Ray Ray channel. Same time, same station, 12 noon. I appreciate y'all brothers being in the building. We're going to head on out of here, man. Y'all remember, put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Peace.